Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello, Instagram. Hello, LinkedIn, Facebook. If you are just joining me, put your name and where you're joining me from. If you see me looking to my right, I'm looking at those on Instagram. And so those on LinkedIn and Facebook. Hello. If you are joining the replay, put hashtag replay. Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning if you're joining in from the US and those on the East Coast. Today, we're going to be talking about how to overcome the CEO overwhelm. Hey, Anabori, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. How to overcome the CEO overwhelm. Working with clients, we are almost in the middle of 2021, and sometimes many people, it's easy to feel pressure, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, like, oh wow, I'm not doing as much as I could, there's so much left undone, I haven't hit my goals, I'm still trying to play catch up. How do you overcome the CEO overwhelm? Like, you have loads of things to do and almost little time to do it. And so in today's session, I'm going to be focusing on how you can overcome the CEO overwhelm that gets in the way of you getting seen and getting known and paid online. Because the essence of you having a business is for you to get clients, for you to engage with your clients, grow your clientele base, and let your business serve more and more people. So if you're having any questions with that in that regard, leave them in the comments below. Now, let me tell you a short story, and if anyone here you can relate to it. Imagine this client of mine, let's say her name is Sarah. So Sarah wakes up in the morning and she's thinking to herself, she has to do outreach, she needs to create content for the day, she needs to also clear her schedule to have a client meeting. She's a coach and she has people that she has to meet. She's also thinking about, okay, yeah, she's in certain groups and she needs to engage with them and show up there so that people get to see her and know her for what she does. She's also thinking to herself, her website hasn't been updated in weeks. What is she going to do about that? One, she doesn't even have the tech. She doesn't know how to update the website or even create the images or anything. And she's wondering, okay, how am I going to do this? And all of this is happening, and she's just scrolling through Instagram, and before you know it, 3 hours is gone. Does that sound familiar? Sometimes you can be overwhelmed to the point of inactivity, like you're just overwhelmed and you just sit down like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. And we need to get you to move from that space of inactivity to the place where you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Yeah. And so today I want to be really, really specific. I want to ensure that everyone who comes online here would get away with practical steps, because if you don't take the necessary action, you won't get the results that you want to get. Yeah, thank you for affirming that, Anabori. Because if you continue to do the things that you're doing right now, you will continue to get the results you're getting right now, period. There is no prayers that will change it. If you don't change the seeds that you're planting, you will get the same harvest. Amen. And so it would be best if you understand what to do differently, and then push yourself to do getting those things done differently. Now, what is the first thing that you're doing wrong? What is the first thing that you're doing wrong? It's not overthinking. What is the first thing that you're doing wrong? Boom. If you're on Facebook and Instagram, you have the benefits of seeing my screen. Sorry to Instagram. You should have goals and not expectations. And so the first thing you're doing wrong is the fact that you're having expectations. You tell yourself, by now, I should be earning $5,000 per month. By now, I should be earning X amount. By now, I should have 10 clients monthly. By now, I should have sold 1,000 copies of my book. By now, I should have. It's not wrong in itself to have those dreams and wishes. But the problem is they are just expectations. They are wishes. They are not goals. And what you should focus on having, what you should be driving yourself towards is goals. And what is a goal? A goal is a set target. A goal has time frame. A goal has a strategy. Now, if we think about, for those who are football fans, yeah, we know that Chelsea is into the finals, I think. And everybody's excited. They scored the goals and they are scoring goals. So if the box, the net goalpost is not there, anyone who can run across the field, but it wouldn't make sense because you're running all around, but there is no goalpost. So instead of having, hey, Neka, thank you so much for joining. Instead of having expectations all over the place, have specific goals. Have specific goals. Don't have expectations. Now, expectations, it could be your expectations. It could be other people's expectations of you as well. So sometimes you may have discussions with your friends, and then they'd be like, yeah, and by now your business should be doing this, or your business should be doing that. And you get distracted, you get sidetracked. It's going to cause overwhelm. And then you begin to think to yourself, oh, I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm not doing that. This other, and then, or you even look at other people and compare yourself with the other person and say, wow, this person, are we not the same? Are we not in the same industry? We're supposed to be doing the same kind of things. No. Don't have expectations. Have goals instead. And so goals always have a strategy. Everyone who has played football or into one form of game or the other knows that there is always a strategy. Those guys are not just running all over the field for fun. They're not just going from one end to the other. There is a strategy to how the ball is being passed. And that is how you should approach your online visibility, the fact that you're doing business online. There should be a strategy around it. For example, you could have different marketing goals. Let's say one person, their marketing goal is for brand awareness. And then Party B, your marketing goal is to generate leads. The two of them, even though they are in the same industry, will not carry out the same activities. For example, the person that is doing brand awareness may decide to be running live videos or doing live shows or getting people doing live classes for people to get to see them on social media consistently. The person who is doing a lead generation campaign may decide to then say, okay, if I'm doing live videos, how am I going to track those that sign up? May now say, okay, I would do a closed invite. It's almost the same thing, but it's different. Or I would share a lead magnet and have people to download it because I want to generate leads. Not so this other person will get the benefit of when you go jump on a live video, you tell people, please share it to as many people as possible. You're doing brand awareness. Now, if you are not aware of what your own marketing goal is, you will see what somebody else is doing and begin to think, I think I should copy that. Big mistake. You need to decide for yourself, what is my goal? Sit down, what is my goal? What am I trying to achieve? For those who have the content cookbook, we talked about this in the book. What is your marketing goal? At least for a quarter, what is your marketing goal? It then determines how you show up across social media, online, everything. It determines your digital footprints. And so you need to understand for yourself, what is my goal? And so when any other thing that is coming, no matter how good it is, you can say, yes, I like it, but not now. You can be able to say no to shiny object syndrome because you understand what your goal is. Okay, so the second thing that you should do is that you should choose focus instead of your fears. You should choose focus instead of your fears. Now, there are so many fears that people are going through online, especially for those who are trying to build their online visibility, they're trying to grow an audience, build their brands. One fear a lot of them have, especially online, is the fear of tech. They're thinking to themselves, I don't know tech. And this may sound really funny, but when I first started out, I didn't even know what a URL was, as basic as a URL. And so many people think to themselves, I'm so scared. I don't know tech. I don't know how to do my bio. I don't know how to go live on Instagram. I don't know how to create captions. I don't know how to do this. And they're allowing that to cage their creativity. But what they should do is choose to make progress one step at a time. Another fear could be, I don't know if people are going to be able to pay me premium for my knowledge. And then they begin to offer their services for free. And people who come to them are wondering, if you are as good as you say you are, why are you pricing your services this low? For those who offer transformation, and you're thinking, yeah, I'm offering it for $97 and nobody is picking. You're doing a 3-month coaching call for $97, really? But it's because of the fear. You should choose to focus on the little step right now. So for those who that I work with, we have this roadmap, the get seen, get known, and get paid roadmap. And so you're taking one step in front of the other. There's this cartoon that my children love to watch. What's it called now? Thoughts. And there's one episode, the guy goes, oh, I'm gonna take it steady and slow. Oh, Triumph really loves that cartoon. And once it goes up, he starts, imitating them and going, oh, I'm gonna take it steady and slow. And so when you take things steady and slow, you give yourself the permission to make progress. There is no point hurrying. If you know that, okay, yes, this is the goal I have for my business, then I take it one step at a time. You laser focus on what is directly in front of you. It then helps you to shut your ears and your eyes to the fear of what you don't know or what you don't have. Or you focus on, okay, what do I have right now? What can I do right now? What is within my power to change? And so there is so much you can do. But when the fears come, oh, you don't have a big email list, you don't have thousands of followers on Instagram, it will throw you off track. It then brings the overwhelm. But when you're thinking to yourself, okay, I will take it steady and slow, you're able to focus and do better. You're able to focus and do better. And then lastly, what you should choose is to choose systems, not self-only. Systems. Most times when we come online, we jump online, it's almost, for those who are multi-talented, you want to learn everything, do everything all by yourself. But the truth is, you cannot go far and grow your business doing it all by yourself. You have to include systems. You have to use systems. Now, these systems could be like a structured systems of people, having a team and delegating duties. Okay, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. These systems could also be systems or processes that have been created, and you now know that they are plug and play. With a lot of automated tools, you can easily include systems. For example, your Facebook Creator is a scheduler that you can use in order to schedule your posts. So it goes to whether Facebook or Instagram. Now, with that, you can decide to batch create your content and upload it. It's a system, but it's working for you. It helps you reduce the time that you're actively showing up online, to your audience. And so it is very important that you map out what it is that is important for you to do, to spend your time on. This quadrant now of importance, where you have urgent and important, not urgent but important, and all of that. You have to break down your schedule, the things on your to-do list, or the things, activities that you need to do. What are the things that you and you alone can do? Identify those things. What are the things that you can outsource? You can get someone else to do it, or you can pay someone to, get it done for you, so that at the end of the day you have results. Because the truth is, CEOs are concerned about results. Results. If you see a typical CEO, they are looking at the bottom line. So how does this affect the bottom line? How does this affect what it is that we're looking at, the big goal, the big objective? So in the big scheme of things, how does this affect that goal? That is what you should be thinking about, not the little day-to-day things that could clog your time and stop you from achieving the big goal and cause the heavy overwhelm. Do you understand? So yeah, so as a quick, by way of doing a quick recap, we talked about you reducing or eliminating expectation and having goals instead. Specific goals. Your marketing goals have to be really specific, so it helps you show up as the professional and the expert that you are. You should also, this fear should not be a deterrent. You should be laser focused on your goal, and then you should use systems. You should use systems to help you manage your time effectively, and then achieve more in less time. One of my clients that I was working with, she sent me a message 2 days ago, and she was like, "Thank you so much, Ruth. Thank you so much. You don't know how much you've done for me." She actually has a 9 to 5, but she has a business on the side. And with our exclusive Done With You service, she's able to show up online every day on social media. She has 2 blog posts in a month going out. She has her email list sorted, and she gets featured on PR platforms that are populated by news media and all of that. All this taking off of her plate. And so right now she's just concentrating on creating the content for her course, which we would promote later on by next month. And so she was like, she didn't realize how much freedom, how much she could breathe and how much creativity she could bring to her business by having all of these things, taken away from her things to do. And so you need to wear the big girl's pants right now. It's time to be the CEO that you are. It's time for you to show up as the CEO. It's time for you to think about, okay, how can I get more done in less time? Because if you are not an expert at all of the different things you're doing, it means that you are spending more time than you should doing those things. So if you're thinking about, so how am I going to be showing up online? How am I going to create my promotions and all of that? Or how am I going to consistently feed my audience with content and then sell my courses or my programs, fill up my calendars? Right now, within a short time we've worked with her, she has had people sign up, for her free consultation, and she's excited because it's something that she would have been thinking about, how to get people to book those calls. But if you don't show up, nobody would know what you have. And so it's a very, very amazing thing for you to be able to remove the heavy load of thinking about the nitty-gritties of showing up online, how your content is being processed and created, and so that you are able to actually think about how you will serve actual paying content. Because the truth is, you can be dancing around content creation whilst you waste valuable time. It is May, and by the next month we'll be halfway done in 2021. What are you going to do with the remaining time that you have to in view of the goals that you have set for yourself online? Remember, steady and slow include processes. And so if you have any questions for me, or you would love to hear more about the Done With You service that I was talking about, Send me a DM and then let's get talking. It's time for you to get seen, get known, and get paid. Do have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.